Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kiera, owner of the Kiera Party Decorating Service. And today is Sunday, March 29th. And this past weekend was my 2-year anniversary. Yes, y'all, this is 2 years that I have been in business. The official date of my 2-year was March 27th, which also so happened to be my mom's birthday. And we will get into that. We will get into how that came about. But yes, y'all, the Kiera Party is officially 2 years old. So in this video, I wanted to kind of, go over my development with you all, be a little transparent on you all getting to know how I started and got to where I am and where I'm at right now in general, but also, as I said, being transparent on just the ups and the downs, because your girl been going through it. I'm trying to tell you, oh my gosh, having a business is not for the weak. It's not for the weak. It's not giving simp. Okay, you got to be guns blazing. So yeah, we're gonna get into all of that in this video. Please don't forget to comment and tell me happy 2-year, cause hello, like, it's a luxuriant 2-year anniversary over here. I know y'all see my backdrop. I know y'all see my number 2 balloon. I'm gonna give like a wide shot of the backdrop so you can see it. That'll probably be at the beginning of this video before I come into frame. So where do I begin? How I started getting into event decorating. So all throughout since high school and college, I've always been into, not only celebrations and partying and having a good time for a long time. I've been also into themed events. Like every time in high school, one of my old high school friends would always throw parties at her house, and I would always be like, oh, we should have this. This should be this thing. We should have these colors. We should have this decoration. I would always try to get all into it. But of course, we were high school students. We didn't have no money. So she would always be like, okay, slow down, bring it down, because who gonna pay for this? So fast forward college, I was the same way. Whenever something was going on, as far as any of my friends' birthdays or any types of big celebrations, I would always be the one that was like, oh, let's do the invitation. Let me do the invitations. Let's do a theme. Let's everybody be in theme. Come in this color. Let's have these accents to match this theme. I was always just centered around everything being consistent when it came to themed decor, themed event. So fast forward, after grad school, I ended up getting an art teacher position. Did I ever see myself teaching art? I didn't, but as an event decorator, I consider myself an all-around creative. I know how to draw, I know how to paint, I know how to creative writing. That's what I actually got my master's in, creative writing, like poetry, fiction, nonfiction. So I'm an all-around artist. I'm very good with these things, my hands. So yeah, I became an art teacher, and one of my good friends, she's still my friend to this day, my colleague that I met when I was teaching. Shout out to Miss Curry. Love you, girl. But she was always on the same wave as me when it came to themed events. And one of the teachers on her team was retiring, so she wanted to do a whole retirement party, and of course she came to your girl. And me and her got together. I created the invitations for them. I started working with her alongside as far as the theme, and the theme was I forgot the theme. Dang. Oh, it was feeling blue without you. So the whole color scheme was blue and gold because she was retiring, right? So I was with her. We were looking online for all the tablescape decorations, centerpieces, cutleries, plates, and the balloon garland, what kind of balloon garland we could do, a backdrop, a welcome easel. We were looking for all of that, right? And then when getting all the balloons and all the supplies, I know I was in her room with her. I was helping her. We were blowing them all up. And that was my first introduction to a balloon pump. She had a balloon pump. And I was like, oh, I didn't know they made these. This is so easy. It makes it so much more simple because I really thought going into it when I was going to help her blow up the balloons that we was going to be using our mouth, our breath, our air, oxygen, lungs to blow up these balloons. And I was like, this is a lot of balloons. I was guzzling water that whole day leading up to it because I'm like, I do not want to pass out. You feel me? So after I did that with her, I was like, I really like this. I want to keep doing this. Like I was telling her, I think that I want to start an event decorating business. Like I think this is what I want to do. And of course, she was like, her personality is very encouraging, uplifting, just lighthearted, very good spirit, to where she just was, telling me, do it. Like if that's what your heart desires, go for it. So after that, I started doing research on how to start. Because, I didn't really know. All I knew about event decorating was decorating events. Like that's what I knew. But I didn't know how established you could be. Or that there were even established decorators in Atlanta or, other states. But mainly in Atlanta that were doing this and were successful in it. So, of course, I was using YouTube University. That's what it's for. Researching, figuring out, all the other people who were in this industry and like how they got there, what they do, the types of decorations that you can do. That's when I came across Lanyel Kuzar. I'm going to link her page, YouTube, information on the side. Her event decorating business is called Yes Event Decor More. So I started really like diving deep into her videos, like learning how to make garlands, how to make clusters, how to do all the basics, the foundation of an event decorator. And at this time, I was using those clear strips, the clear strips that come with the garland kit to help you put together a garland. At this time, that's what I was using. Okay, I'll put a picture of what those look like on the side. But that's what I was using. And oh my gosh, when I tell y'all those things used to frustrate me, I was like, there has to be an easier way. Like, there just has to be an easier way. And so, lo and behold, there was an easier way. But before I get into that, let me go back just a few steps. Just a few, not too much. I hope y'all following me. Y'all following me? Y'all following me? Okay. So, when I was learning how to put together these garlands and stuff using that garland strip kit, that came with the kit. And at this time, my family knew that I wanted to do this. Like I wanted to start doing this. So of course, when you're starting out, you're kind of doing things for free. So whenever there came about someone was having a birthday coming up in my family, I was like, oh please, like let me do the decorations, right? So the first was my cousin on my dad's side. My cousin's son. His name is Jaden. He was having a basketball themed birthday party, and so I did the garland for that. I remember I went to her house, I blew up all the balloons, and I left them there because she was gonna transport them, I believe, to the party. And that I used the clear strip that comes with the kit to put the balloons, stick the balloons inside the little holes to create the garland. And this also has no clusters, y'all. And then the backdrop she already had. So this was like my second attempt of doing a balloon garland and like, just starting to practice, starting to get my toes wet on how to go about this, how to do this. So after that, my little cousin on my mom's side, Zane, he was having a camp themed birthday party. And I was talking with my aunt, his mom, and trying to, of course, I was like, let me do decorations. Like, I was over there on planner status, y'all. Like, I'm trying to find the place. Like, I was trying to find nice cabins in Georgia to go with the cabin theme. I was getting the cake. I was getting all the decorations, the tents, teepees, all that stuff, right? Unfortunately, the cabin that I found wasn't going to be available. So, my aunt ended up finding something else. But I ended up getting the cake from a colleague of mine. Her mom, she did cakes. It's called Estala's Cakes, I believe. I'm going to put the IG down at the bottom so y'all can check it out. But her cakes are muy bueno. So definitely check her out. After that, I started hosting my own parties. Like, I did a Halloween party. I'm going to link a clip of that where I found the space, got all the decorations, made the invitations, and made the themed food. Like I made cake pop eyeballs and finger hot dogs that look like witch fingers, all of that. Like again, I was on planner status, like trying to plan the whole events. And at this point, that's what I was associating with an event decorator. So I was like, this is what I want to do, like plan the whole thing, right? Not realizing that those were two separate entities underneath the same umbrella, but still separate. Just to be transparent, why I invited so many people to that Halloween party and only like, I want to say 10 people out of the 20 plus people I invited showed up. So yeah. Then after that, I hosted another party that was more so just for family, called Summer Shades. Made the invitations again. Found the space off Pure Space. I was using Pure Space heavily at this time. Pure Space, got the food, the drinks, made the drinks, the dessert, and the decorations. And again, also with these, I use a garland strip to put together these balloons for the Summer Shades party and the Halloween party. I'm going to put clips of the Summer Shades party onto the side as well, if I still have any. I don't know if I still have much from that. If I don't, there won't be anything there. But if I do, you will see. The last party that I put together was my mom's party, and hers was called the Purple Shades of Peace. You know, I was getting all the all the names for the theme parties down. Purple Shades of Peace, Summer Shades, costumes and cocktails for the Halloween. Like, I was going crazy, okay? Like, I was really like on it, like trying to really put these celebrations together, and not only put them together, but bringing people together so we can all have a good time. But also practicing my craft and, like, you know, seeing how all this works, like how putting all this together works for a business standpoint. So my mom's party was the last party. Purple Shades of Peace made the invitation. She didn't even know about the party. It was a surprise party, and she didn't know until I gave her an invitation to her own party. I just told her to come in purple. Everybody was supposed to come in purple. And again, I got the Airbnb for this. I got the food. I got like themed desserts, some chocolate covered pretzels, but the chocolate was a purple. It was a purple color. So again, very on brand with the themes, heavily. Now with the decor for this, it wasn't too much garland wise. It was more so kind of just floating balloons and balloons on the ground. But this was the first time I outsourced for chairs. I used A1 rentals. I think that's what it was called, A1 rentals, and rented out some chairs and chair covers and put some purple sashes around them for like extra seating in the space. Like, again, going crazy on planner status. But that's when I realized I don't want to plan the whole event. I kind of just want to focus on the decorations, because planning the whole thing as far as the space, the food, the decorations, the rentals, all that, it gets real taxing. So I was like, I kind of just want to focus on the decorations solely, specifically, nothing else, period. And that is when I started my business. At this point, I had my page up as far as Instagram page posting, and I started posting all the things that I mentioned before that I did, all those parties that I was a part of and that I played a part in or was hosting and put it together. I started putting all those like on my page to kind of start putting myself out there as an event decorator. So the next step was, you know, trying to figure out how to establish myself as an event decorator. So during this time, I was just doing a lot of YouTube University. I was watching Lanya Kuzar on Yes Event Decor and More, amongst other decorators in the area and outside of Georgia that I was coming across. Just watching, like, you know, how they put together their events, like how their setups went, their behind the scenes, their preparation, you know, how they prepare for the events, how they communicated with the clients, just getting all this information so that I could know how I could get my own first client. And also during this time, while I'm trying to figure out how to, you know, get clients as a event decorator, but also establish myself as an event decorator, I was also doing setups as well. Like for every holiday that was coming up, Valentine's Day or Easter or Mother's Day, I was still doing setups for myself, just to, you know, practice again and practice the craft, and also have, you know, footage of things that I've done to put out there on my page, so that it can show that I'm doing something. You know, I'm not just saying I'm a business, but I'm actually putting in the work. So the first client that I got was a Sweet 16 Mardi Gras, and I was so excited because this was my first like one-on-one. I scheduled a Zoom for us. I created a mock for them. Like, this was my first paying client, right? So I'm gonna put clips on the side of how that turned out, how the setup turned out. It was really nice. I was so happy. Like, I just didn't know what else to say. But what I do know is that really put fire up under my shanana. Okay, I was ready to go, like ready to keep the momentum going. Like, I didn't want that to stop, you know, after that first client. So I started going to networking events, and then that's where I met Lexis. Y'all know Lexis. I've talked about her plenty of times. I'm gonna put her IG at the bottom just in case you forgot. And from there, it just kind of kept going. Like, I had friends from high school to book me. Lexis was booking me more. It was clients reaching out to Lexis that where she would utilize me as a decorator for their event. Then I took a class with Loniel Kuzara with Yes Event Decor More, and then she introduced me to Thumbtack. And from there, y'all, Thumbtack, the ball started rolling. You feel me? The thumb was tacking with that. I'm trying to tell you, I was booking a lot, like from graduations to prom send-offs to baby showers, birthdays. It was going crazy, and I was so grateful, so blessed, so thankful. Like, it was to the point where I would be booked out month after month after month. You know, I would have like 3 to 4 clients a month, which was what I wanted. So now we are at 2026, 2 years in business, and this month, not gonna lie, it has been very slow. More so because I had some things happen. Life was lifing for me unexpectedly, so it kind of slowed me down a little bit. But I'm still here. And what I learned in slow seasons is that it doesn't mean that I'm not good at what I do. It just means that I need to reposition, refocus, and just keep showing up. You know, keep doing the work. Whether that be, even if I don't have a client, still practicing the craft, still going out to these establishments, hotels, restaurants, with my one sheets, creating the one sheet. Still reaching out to past clients, like still just doing little things to keep the momentum of my business going, even if I don't have a client at the moment. So with that being said, I want to give you 3 key takeaways on what 2 years in the event industry has taught me. Number 1 is visibility matters. People can't book you if they don't see you. So if you're trying to start out, go ahead and start making your page, start getting your work out there, start creating work so that you have things to put out there for your upcoming first potential client. And because I was booking a lot, now I had a lot of notable works to be able to create a web page, like have a website. So then from there, I did that. You know, I reached out to a web designer and got that created for myself with my whole my packages and all that stuff. Now when it comes to packages, I've had to revise those like more than once. So with your packages, you know, it's fine if what you first start off with, you don't end off with, because things change in the industry as far as pricing, quotes, all that. Number 2, presentation matters. How you present your business is just as important as the work that you do with your business, i.e. the one sheets. Watch my last video to know what that is and how to get that going. And number 3, consistency over feelings, because you won't always feel motivated, but you have to show up. Like, it's a must. And as I said, if I'm being honest, it's been moments this season that I've kind of not been feeling, you know, motivated to do the work, to still keep showing up for my business because of the setbacks that I've dealt with. But nonetheless, we still prosper. So yeah, 2 years in business. Not always pretty, not always perfect, not always easy, but we still keep going. Y'all, so something happened to my mic at the end of this video where it cut out my closeout, but I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in and watching my journey, and cheers to 2 years. Follow me on Instagram at TheKidiaParty100. And if you're in Atlanta or surrounding areas of Georgia and have an event coming up, hit your girl up at www.thekidiaparty.com. Bye. Stay Luxe again.